Welcome to the Harding Hawks News. We are your anchors, Malia
and Ayani,
coming to you from the WHYY Media Club.
Today we are going to be covering some recent events here at Harding Middle School.
For our first story, our school staff is asking the students, are you following the SOAR expectations?
Let's tune in with Marlene, Antonio, and Victor as they cover the SOAR awards.
Hello, my name is Lakia, reporting from Harding Hawks News, and today I'm here to inform you about award ceremonies and how students qualify for rewards.
So it depends on what award they're receiving. If it is a SOAR award, then I'm hoping they're following the SOAR expectations, being safe, on task, accountable, and respectful. If it is a grade or an award for achievement, then I'm looking for a student who is excelling, getting A's and B's on the report card. Sometimes we look at students who make the most growth. So sometimes we're looking at a student who maybe struggled in the beginning of the school year and now are achieving higher grades.
I love award ceremonies and awards. I think people should be awarded for doing great things.
I love the awards ceremony. This gives us time to recognize our students who follow our SOAR expectations and get good grades on their report cards.
I'm kind of excited because a lot of the last 3 years of my teaching career has been online. So a good 2 of the award ceremonies that we've had were online, and it's so much harder to have it online than it is in person. So I'm kind of glad that we're having one in person again.
I think it's exciting, but nerve-wracking. Kids get nervous coming up in front of everybody and having to go on stage and receive their award. And you know, I think that that's just part of growing up and being an adult, and you have to face those fears, and it's for something exciting and fun. So I'm all about it.
Melody Marquez, 702. Damarian Musa, 703. Ricardo Schultz, 703.
Why did you pick the students you gave awards to?
I picked the students I gave awards to kind of based on, one, their enthusiasm for social studies, whether or not they like the curriculum, whether or not they are interested in what's going on. Also kids who give me their big thoughts and give me their opinions and their personal ideas about what we're discussing or talking about that day. And students who work hard in class and get those assignments done. So it was a combination of those 3 things. If you had those 3 things, you were getting the Social Studies SOAR Award.
I picked the award to the students that have worked hard, who have showed that they're working on their SOAR expectations, students that take school seriously, and students who thrive on always doing their good, better, best.
I just choose my favorite students. Whoever I have favoritism towards, I like the best, I choose them.
Okay.
That's a joke. That's a joke. I try and look at grade average. Is this for the science award? Look at grade point average, who has the highest grades. And then usually if there's a tie, then we do look at behavior.
Thank you, Marlene, Antonio, and Victor, for that wonderful look into the SOAR awards.
I think it's great that so many students are following the SOAR norms, expectations, and they are again recognized for their hard work.
Next, we are going to hear about the interesting complaints from students all over Harding about the water fountains.
Let's tune in with Alexis, Destiny, and Alejandro.
See, it doesn't work. Hi, I'm Destiny Vargas, and I'm a reporter for Harding Hawk News, and I'm going to figure out why the water fountains aren't working.
All right, what do you think about the water fountains not working in the school?
I think it's a big problem that water fountains don't work and are not accessible to students.
I absolutely don't think that it's appropriate for the water fountains to be off. There's been many times when, like, after gym class, I see my students scrounging to try and find some water.
No, I think that young men and women at this age, especially in middle school, need to be having plenty of fluids throughout the day, especially when they're partaking in physical exercise like gym and those kinds of things.
I think it's bad because some kids not able to bring drinks to school to drink. So
Harding Middle School's water fountains mostly stopped working about 7 months ago, which means that students aren't able enough to drink enough water during school. We interviewed students and staffs around the schools to get information about the water fountains.
Why do you think the school turned off the water fountains?
There could be plenty of reasons. There could be issues with them in general that make it hard to turn them on. I know some of them tend to break sometimes, just the nature of being a school with kids in it. Sometimes things happen. And I don't really know the process of turning them back on. So there could be a lot of reasons why they're turned off.
I don't know officially why, but I can guess some type of reasons. The first reason that comes to mind is that maybe some students were not handling the water fountain well. And maybe weren't being mature about it. So we see a lot of, sometimes students aren't doing exactly what they need to do. But in lieu of that, I think that they decided to maybe turn some off. Maybe some students were overrunning them, using too much water, using them as an excuse to get out of class. But even with that being said, I don't think that all of our water fountains should be cut off.
No, but at the same time, yeah, because they be playing at the water fountains and making an excuse to get out of class.
We discussed the broken water fountains and why we think they're broken. Also about how the water fountain shouldn't be turned off to keep the students hydrated. Our question is, so why hasn't the school fixed any of these water fountains yet?
Thank you, Alexis, Destiny, and Alejandro for that coverage and informing us about how much the students care about the school.
We really hope the school sees this video and does something about it, so we can feel comfortable in our school environment.
We would like to thank our friends for helping us put together this new news program.
Stay tuned for the
next time. Your anchors with Leah
and Ayani.